Good morning and welcome to the longest day of our lives, quite literally. Today I think I've worked out is going to be something like 43 hours long, and that does not even sound possible. But currently you joined me at 6 AM in Fiji, and today we are taking one of the longest flights that it is possible to take in the whole world.
We're flying from Fiji via Auckland all the way to New York.
Yeah, obviously the big bulk of that flight is Auckland to New York. What? We could not believe that you could do this as a direct flight. Obviously it is very long, and the main bulk of that flight is just straight across the Pacific Ocean. Like, it is long and there is nothing, but I'm excited. So I thought I'd make a video documenting what it's like to sit for 17 hours straight on one flight. How are you feeling about this?
I try not to think about it too much, but now you keep going on about it, I'm like, it's in my mind. Probably gonna be worse now. I've got plenty of stuff downloaded, it'll be fine. We'll sleep for like half of it, hopefully.
Okay, so here's a fun fact. I've only ever actually slept on a plane once, so I'm really hoping that twice is today. 17 hours, are you freaking kidding me?
It'll be fine.
Anyway, currently, as I mentioned, we are sat in our hotel room in Fiji. We really need to go, and we're gonna board our first flight to Auckland, which is only 3 hours, which sounds like nothing by comparison, but on a normal day, I'd be like, oh, I'm flying to Auckland today, but this flight almost doesn't even count in my head, so I'm not gonna film that. I'm just gonna start this like documentation of what it's like to be on the longest flight in the world from Auckland. And I actually think there's only 5 routes that operate around the world, apparently. I've googled this, but I could be wrong, that are as long as this. So you can fly Auckland to JFK, I think you can fly Singapore to JFK, and then it's all of the other Sydney, New Zealand routes into America that are this long. So yeah, we're gonna be doing one of them. Let's get on with it. As Tom mentioned, he has downloaded a lot of stuff in preparation. I have also prepared. So the things I have done, not quite as organised as Tom because I'm terrible. I get to the airport, I'm like, maybe I should download a Netflix show. I have actually got 2 books on my Kindle. I also have a whole vlog to edit. Tom's downloaded Love Actually and Home Alone 2 because obviously we're going to New York, so I want to watch Home Alone 2. But also, we haven't watched Love Actually yet, and my rite of passage every single Christmas is Love Actually has to be the first Christmas film. That's 2 long films, plus some work, plus 2 books, and that should take up the first 6 hours. Guys, let's go. At the end of it, the reward is New York City. Okay, so now the journey really begins. We have landed back into Auckland. We went back through security and everything. Basically, we didn't book this as a connecting flight, which was a bit of a faff. So we had to go and collect our bags, wait for that, check back in, go back through security. But we've done all of that palaver, and actually it wasn't too bad. And now we're just sat in departures. We've got about an hour, probably a little bit longer, until the flight boards. Just gonna grab some food. Our body clocks are gonna be out anyway, so my thinking is we're just gonna eat when we have a gap to eat. Plus, I don't know if you saw my food on that last flight. In fact, I think I filmed it on my phone, so I'll insert it here. If this is the kind of food I'm getting on the next 17-hour flight, I want to make sure I've eaten first. Yeah, I've gone for Mexican, I've ordered a burrito, and I'm also going to go and have a glass of wine. Although the guy in duty free just gave us 2 free shots of Jaeger, which is just so bizarre. They're like doing this promo for a new Jägermeister. The guy was like, oh, do you want to try the original? I was like, well, I know what the original tastes like, but sure. And do you want to try the new one? So we're there like, all right, it's going to be a long 17 hours, might as well. So I'm kind of hoping that that might help me sleep. I don't know if there's any logic in that, but it usually does. I've also just been and sprayed like the whole of duty free on my jumper because nothing bothers me more than potentially smelling. Like, I actually would hate to be that person that smells and other people are like, oh my god, somebody stinks. Like, that's honestly one of my biggest fears. That's an exaggeration. On a like 27-hour travel day, I don't actually know how you're meant to smell nice. So I got to duty free, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna try all of the perfumes, and the lady was like, thinking of treating yourself? I was like, yeah, maybe. Just testing the whole bottle first. Do smell better now, I'll be honest. Okay, well, we've gone for a massive burrito and also a massive glass of wine. So I'm hoping that this sees me through at least a little bit, because I'm a bit confused about when we board the plane. I don't know if they're going to serve us like dinner or breakfast. I think they'll serve us dinner when we get on board, but I'm not too sure, so I thought I'll just have dinner around 1 and then we'll see what happens. Here we go, we've got a go to gate warning on this flight here, which is us to JFK, 16:45, gate 8. So pretty straightforward. And I'm also pretty, I was gonna say I'm pretty excited. I'm actually not excited for the flight. I'm excited to be in New York City. Okay, so we have boarded and we asked the girl on the door of the plane when we were like getting on, is there any availability to upgrade? We've asked this twice and it's cheeky, but if you don't ask, you don't get. And she said the plane's not actually full, but we have to speak to somebody else. So we went to speak to the other person and they said wait until boarding is complete and then they'll come back basically, or like we can ask them again, see if there's any space, not even in business but just in premium, just to see if there's any like extra leg room, which will be amazing. So keep your fingers crossed for us please, because this is about to be the longest 17 hours of my life. Let me show you how I'm sat right now. Brilliant, brilliant. The person in front of me is already reclined to a chair, so that's really good. And then you've got, this is my lap. All of this gubbins is on the seat, which is great. I love that they give you a pillow and blanket, but there's no space for it to go anywhere. And an eye mask, is that what that is? Yeah. Oh, I brought an eye mask and earplugs because I didn't think we'd get them in. If there's toothpaste in there, I swear to God. I just bought toothpaste, for God's sake. Oh well, it always comes in, doesn't it? But yeah, and then I've got my bum bag because I haven't taken this off yet. But this is kind of the space situation. So obviously just kind of the same as any aeroplane. To be honest, it is a comfy plane. Like the chairs are pretty comfy. You've got like, you know, a headrest. This is kind of the setup. I'm hoping, if nothing else, if we can't move to premium, which I'm not asking for at all, I'm hoping at least it's fairly empty so we can maybe spread out a bit. Or even if we've just got this row to ourselves, that would make such a difference. It means we can put all of our stuff on one seat then. How are you feeling?
Tired, but it is currently
22:41 last night in New York.
So I've set my time to New York time now, just going off that. So basically I'm going to sleep as soon as we take off.
I think they're going to bring us food as soon as we've took off though. You're not going to be able to sleep if they're like, do you want chicken or veggie? You're going to be like, oh, I'll have dinner again, even though we just had dinner. Oh well, we shall see what happens. Not thriving at the chair situation in front of me here, but what can you really do, guys?
Taking off back towards the east today before a couple of left turns and heading out across the Pacific towards the USA, JFK. We're getting away just slightly after schedule. We're still looking at getting into New York probably about 30 minutes or so ahead of schedule. Expecting nice fine weather en route. Meantime, please sit back and relax, and once again, welcome aboard.
We have had a meal. We've also had about 12 snacks. They've brought so much food. I'm like, mate, it's hour 3. If it keeps going like this, all we're gonna do is eat. I think they're gonna turn the cabin lights out. So I'm probably gonna try and go to sleep in a second. Currently I'm just editing. But yeah, food was good. Flight is smooth. 3 hours in. We are at about hour 6 and I think I've lost my mind. I have come to the toilet just to stand up because I don't even need a wee, but my legs, oh my god, my legs just hurt so much. I'm so uncomfortable, but I am reading a really good book, so we've asked for snacks. Basically guys, you can click on this anytime during the flight and they'll bring any of these mid-flight snacks over to you. So you've got pies, cheese and onion with caramelized onion sandwich, sounds quite nice, tomato salsa, cheese and crackers, salted caramel and white chocolate bites, that also sounds nice, and then apple. Gone for cheese and crackers, guys. I keep wanting to vlog, but this whole flight has been dark, so you can't see me. 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go. Amazing. This is the best thing ever. We made it. We are at baggage claim in JFK Airport and we are, to be honest, currently, I don't think it's hit me yet. I actually think I'm just running on like very little sleep. I think I probably slept for like 3 hours, so it's just not hit me, but it's gonna hit me. I'm just not sure when. But we're gonna wait for our bags and then we're hopefully gonna get straight in a taxi. So far it's been really quick. Like immigration was so speedy. Didn't even ask that many questions. Usually at US immigration, I feel like they're trying to trip you up. That was nice. But yeah, hopefully our bags won't be last because they were last when we collected them in Auckland, which feels like 27 days ago. I've been in this hotel room literally 3 seconds. No, because you don't understand. No shower hits as hard as the shower you have after you've been on a plane for like 20+ hours. The water just scalded my skin off and that's exactly how I needed it. Oh my god, guys, I'm here. I feel fine. So weird. Like I don't know when this is catching up with me, but I don't think it's just when I'm in England. I'm gonna give you a full lowdown on the flight. It wasn't all that smooth sailing. It was really hard to film. The cabin lights were out for 13 hours. We couldn't really film anything, because can you imagine just me whacking my torch on being like, hi guys, while everyone's sleeping. So I'll do you a little review, but oh my god, that was nice. How are you feeling?
Good, actually. Well, the coffee's helping.
The coffee's helping.
Very strong.
Coffee's strong.
No, okay.
Why is it so dark in here?
Yeah, no, I feel okay now. I did have a little sleep in the taxi, fell for about 5 minutes, and then Molly was like frantically waking me up, telling me to look at the skyline, which it was pretty incredible. Now I feel okay. The shower's like working me up a bit,
yeah.
And I'm hungry, so that's keeping me awake. And I think the fact that we're here and there's things to see tonight is a good thing, so it'll keep us awake.
That's very true, yeah.
And then even if we do get a slightly earlier night than usual, like we're still going to be pretty much on New York time by the morning.
Back to that first glance feeling on New York time. How did you find the flight, the actual act of sitting down for 16 hours? How were you?
I just try not to think too much about flight. Like I don't like to look how long's left, how long's been.
I think I watched the map the whole flight.
I think if you do that, it just never ends. Yeah. Like you've just got to just not think about it. When I do that, it's fun. And fortunately, I was well and everything, so that's fine. Because like on the last flight, I didn't feel too good, and then that always prolongs it as well. But no, I felt fine. Had plenty to do, so yeah.
I'm back in the bathroom, I'm dressed. I'm not going out dressed like this. I'm using this as my underneath layer because it's my only long sleeved top that I can wear like underneath my big jumpers. I'm not prepared for the New York winter, so I don't want to hear any comments about what I'm wearing in New York. My clothes are for summer, so we're doing the best we can. I thought I would just round up what the last 27 hours have been like. Wait, let's work it out. 24 plus 5, 29 hours. Wow. Honestly, the flight was fine. Like, I wouldn't rush to do it again, especially not in a middle seat. We did ask to upgrade, and they did say there was availability to move around, but only really within economy. So we could have like stretched out a bit more if we'd have moved to the back, but like people had already done that. And we actually ended up making friends with the girl sat next to us, who was called Alexa. We were kind of just chatting with her the whole flight. Yeah, it was nice to have somebody to talk to, but it was also nice because I obviously had Tom on the other side of me, so I could kind of lean on Tom to sleep. I would say in total I got about 3 hours of sleep in the last 29 hours, and I'm gonna try to be up for like another 5 hours at least. I think I can do it. I think I can push through. We've had longer days. It felt longer traveling to Australia last year, and it wasn't. Like, it was actually quicker than that. I don't know why this feels quicker. I don't know if it's because it's the same day, whereas when you travel to Australia from the UK, you miss a whole day. So I don't know if like psychologically that makes a difference. One thing that was an issue was I felt so ill in the middle of the flight, and I was like, I don't know what to do about this. I had the worst stomach ache, but it was unlike anything I've ever had before. Like, it was like, I don't even know, like my actual stomach just felt not good, and I was like, I don't feel like I'm gonna be sick, but it kind of felt like that. So I was like, well, this is a very long time to be sat in the middle seat. So I went to speak to the air stewards because I was like, I don't know what to do, I don't feel very well, and they gave me some ginger beer and it kind of helped, but not really. So I went to sleep and I did feel a bit better, but it was rough, but I was okay. I've still got a bit of a stomach ache though. Like, I'm so confused. I honestly think it is the plane and the flying, because sometimes on long haul flights I feel a bit rough afterwards, and it usually is my stomach. But I've never had it like that on the plane before, so I was just like, oh my god, my body is going through it. But I feel okay now. We're gonna head out. We're staying in this really nice hotel, but there's no light in the main bedroom. There's no like big light. So that's why I'm sat in the bathroom. Tom slept for probably 1 hour. I did sleep a bit more than Tom. That was what it was like to travel on a 17-hour direct flight from New Zealand to New York. Would I do it again? Yes, but not in a hurry. Honestly, I think if you're ever considering upgrading to premium economy or business, this is the flight to do that on. Like, this would be worth the money if you were thinking of doing that. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video here because it was just meant to be a little review, little roundup, little travel with us on the longest day of my life, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be a New York vlog. There might even be 2 New York vlogs. It really just depends how much I film, but we have a very like go plan for whilst we're in New York. We're doing a lot, but we're only here for 3 days. That vlog will be up very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Let me know the longest flight you've ever taken down in the comments below, because that was mine and I'm not sure I'll ever top it. And yeah, I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye.